Nice.
I have waited a lifetime. Spend my time so foolish.
He's at the 25-30. On the ground. 20. 10. Touchdown. And 3. Home opener at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And we go to the field and welcome in Kaylee Harton. Kaylee.
Hey there, Al. The Chargers defense really struggled last season, so they made some big moves to fix it. The most notable acquisition, six-time Pro Bowler Khalil Mack. Mack had season-ending surgery last November after he battled through a really painful toe injury for several games, but he returned to form in his debut in powder blue last Sunday once again. A game record. That guy had 3 of the Chargers' 6 sacks, including a strip sack to seal the win. Brendan Staley identifies Mack as the first star player he ever worked with back when he was the linebackers coach in Chicago. And Mack told me he likes playing for Staley because they share a similar mindset. They both want to dominate. Player he ever will see the debut of the linebacker star acquisition for the Chargers and corner J.C. Jackson. Jackson had surgery on his right ankle just 23 days ago. He practiced Tuesday and Wednesday, and he has just gotten the green light to go tonight out.
Yeah, that's a big ad for them. Meanwhile, as the smoke clears at Arrowhead Stadium after the pregame pyrotechnics, Wayne Bowe, who was a wide receiver here for 8 seasons, gets the honor of banging the drum to get us started. And the chant begins. And Kirk, you've done a ton of college football. This is as close to a college football atmosphere as you'll get.
They are fired up and ready to see their Chiefs' first home opener. And you're right, it's got that kind of, I've always heard about Arrowhead and the kind of energy that it provides, and you sure can't feel it tonight.
So the Chargers won the toss. They have deferred. Dustin Hopkins will kick off. And Isaiah Pacheco, a rookie 7th-round pick out of Rutgers, who was their leading rusher last week, will return it. So each team with a victory on opening day, and off we go from Kansas City with a touchback. Patrick Mahomes in the division. How tough has he been in the AFC West? There it is, 21-3, a 4-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and a rating in triple figures.
Important for him tonight, settle in, get the ball out of his hands quickly with this rush.
Last week, or Sunday in Arizona, scored on his first 3 possessions, 3 touchdown passes. They use a lot of motion. Cartman is the motion man here. Give it to Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and he picks up about 5. So last week, on that first touchdown throw, he sprained his left wrist. It is taped tonight. You can see it. But how much did it bother him? He only threw 4 more touchdown passes after that.
Yeah, and he told us in our meeting yesterday, first day after, it hurt a little bit. By the second or third day, he felt good to go. He said it wouldn't matter. He was playing no matter what.
Edwards-Helaire again. And with that second burst, is able to pick up the first down. So they give it to him twice. He scored 2 touchdowns last week on pass receptions. They may mark it a little bit shorter than they do. Looked like he was able to thrust across the 35-yard line, but he did not, so it'll be 3rd down and 1.
Andy Reid feels really good about Clyde Edwards-Helaire and what he can bring in his 3rd year. He's had an entire offseason of being healthy. Brings a physicality. You know, he's undersized. He's thick and low center of gravity.
Look at Joey Bosa. Keenan Mack, the formidable tandem on the outside. Give it to the up man, and that's Michael Burton, the fullback. So 3 straight runs for the Chiefs and a first down.
And remember, this Chargers defense talked about trying to get more physical up front, made a lot of moves. Khalil Mack, when you think about him as a pass rusher, but one of the best edge defenders against the run. They were 30th in the league last year against the run, so made a lot of moves. And the Chiefs testing that here early in those first 3 plays.
Mahomes' first pass of the night. Set up a little bit of a screen. Cuts back inside. Does Edwards-Helaire. And is close to a first down. The containment to the outside, cut back inside, and we'll see where they mark it.
Yeah, good job here by the center, Creed Humphrey. Watch him get out. Very athletic center, really controls things up front. Doesn't sell it too early. Then he does a nice job on a kick-out block. And that, you don't need to give Clyde Edwards-Helaire much room. Really good acceleration. And here he is again, looking it up. Good kick-out block right there on Kenneth Murray. Gives him plenty of room to pick up that first down.
Humphrey, second-round draft choice last year out of Oklahoma. Helped to cement that offensive front. That was a big priority for Kansas City going into last season here. Out of the fake, rolling to cement that offensive front. Settles for a pass to Burton. Did step out of bounds, trying to cut back inside. Steps out after a very short gain. Gain of 2, it'll be second down and 8.
You and I talked about this last week. Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid, this offense, they faced a lot of blitzing, a lot of man-to-man, and they were licking their chops, had a big day. Today they know they're going to have to be more patient. Much like last year, people sat back, kept their safeties deep, forced this offense and Patrick Mahomes have to be more patient. I think that'll be the story tonight.
Kelsey flares out, leaps up, makes the catch, his first catch of the night. Had a great game last week. Of course, he's been fantastic for the last 7 seasons going to the Pro Bowl. Derwin James makes the tackle there. It'll be third down and short.
And that's the matchup we want to see, right? I mean, Derwin James, one of the top most versatile players in the NFL. He's going to be matched up one-on-one quite a bit. Gets over a little bit late, which allows Kelsey to get to the outside. That will be a matchup, a game within the game, as Mahomes trying to dial up Kelsey against James.
He plays all over the field. In the box, outside, deep. Give the ball here to Hardman. And Hardman is stuffed in the backfield at the 46-yard line. That's Joey Bosa trailing him on the outside and knocking him down there. It'll be fourth down, and in comes the punting unit.
Yeah, tough ask for Kelsey, as good as he is, to try to hold the point here. Oh, you're going to see getting the ball to the outside. He's got to hold that edge. Hold that edge. You cannot allow the speed of Hardman to get outside. Boy, he is so strong. Again, another guy you think about his ability to rush the quarterback. They have 2 edge players in Mack and Bosa that take just as much pride in defending the run.
Tommy Townsend in to punt. DeAndre Carter, who's been in 9 camps and has played in games with 5 different teams over the years and had a touchdown reception last week, is going to let this one bounce inside the 5, and can it be saved? It cannot. It's a touchback, and so the Chargers will get the ball at the 20. And here comes Justin Herbert. Could have been attendance tonight. And here go the Chargers from the 20. Herbert going through his progressions, and it's a 9-yard pickup to Mike Williams, who was seldomly used last week. Caught only 2 balls, but they go right to him tonight in the absence of Keenan Allen.
Yeah, and as you just said, watch him work the progressions. Anytime he throws, he'll start right. Look at the feet. Gets in perfect position. How about the location of the ball? Low and away. Eyes come back to that third target, away from L'Jarius Sneed. Perfect throw there on 1st and 10.
2nd and 1. Off the play action. Good protection. Fires. Caught up at the 44-yard line. And that is caught by Williams, who's already made as many catches in the first couple of minutes of this game as he did all of last Sunday. Here's Herbert now, some of his numbers. 3rd year in the league. He's been in here twice, and what's happened? He's won both times. 7 touchdowns through the air and 1 on the ground. No picks. To the left he goes, he throws it away. He was under pressure that time from Leo Chenal, a rookie out of Wisconsin. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, just confused on the right side of that offensive line, and really that's going to be the question tonight for Herbert and the Chargers. Can that right side hold up? You've got a rookie in Zion Johnson out of Boston College, and Pipkins, who took over for the first time. Chargers. Can that right side hold up? You've got a rookie in Zion Johnson out of Boston College, and Pipkins, who took over for the first time. Chargers.
A guy who's very much under the radar.
Zion Johnson out of Boston College, and Pipkins, who took over for the first time.
It's time a guy who's been very much under the radar for the league lead.
Yeah, he works as hard as anybody. Another guy that's got a low center of gravity, catches the ball, pass protection, just a complete back. And again, with Keenan Allen down, you're going to see his workload step up, especially in the passing game.
That was a gain of 8. 3rd and 2. Hangs in the pocket, fires, that's caught, and that takes it to the 35 and a first down for DeAndre Carter. great story. This guy's been around, in and out of camps, 5 different teams, as I said before, and played a big part in the game last week.
Yeah, here they just do a nice job of attacking the zone. You have a young rookie corner in Watson, 35. One guy goes over the top, another underneath. Watson sits, no problem, 3rd and short, the easy throw underneath, pick up the first down.
New running back here is Joshua Kelly. They've got Eckler, they've got Kelly, and Sony Michel now with the Chargers as well. Give it to Kelly. Slips through that hole of a right guard. Inside the 30, tackled by Carlos Dunlap.
I like the approach here by what Joe Lombardi's doing, the offensive coordinator. They're attacking on the road, hostile environment, and sometimes you can take the crowd out of it. The defense gets on their heels a bit. That opening drive, be the aggressor, attack, and with a veteran quarterback who's now become a veteran because of how good he has played in these first few years, I love they're putting the game in his hands and letting him dictate tempo.
And a familiar shot of the defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo. Several years on Andy Reid's staff. Herbert to the outside, and that pass in front of Joshua Taylor, and incomplete, off target right there. It's 3rd down and 3.
So far, the Chargers doing a pretty good job of giving Herbert time to throw. That'll be one of the few throws that you see from him that'll be off target. Had an open man out there, but really looks to be settled in and throwing in rhythm until that throw, third and short.
You ever wonder about Herbert? That drive he led in the 4th quarter and in overtime against Vegas last year at the end of the season, off the charts. 3rd and 3. 4-man rush, has time, and then falling down and getting the flag. So that'll be interference. That is Joshua Palmer. The contact from Rashad Fenton. And that we'll hear from John Hussey officially. Should result in a first down.
Pass interference. Defense, number 27. Ball he places on the foul. Automatic. Go down.
Well, I mean, you talk about working through progressions with Herbert. He ended up going back all the way to his 4th target, ends up trying to get the ball to Palmer. There's the tight coverage, and again, grabs onto that jersey, an easy call. But the rookie right guard, Zion Johnson, is going up against Chris Jones. Then one of the top interior pass rushers in the entire league holds his own there.
Rookie first-round pick is Johnson out of Boston College. Floats one to the end zone. Williams off the back shoulder and incomplete. He looks around for a flag. There is none. L'Jarius Sneed blitzed on that play. Forced the issue. 2nd down and 10.
Got a little greedy here on 1st and 10. Took the shot. Had the quick slant underneath if he wanted it. Instead, takes a chance, and that's what Mike Williams is known for. Contested catches, going up and over top of corners. But their ball out of bounds. Never really had a shot.
They had the rookie on him as well. Jalen Watson out of Washington State, picked in the 7th round. They're minus Trent McDuffie, who was picked in the 1st round. He's hurt, inactive tonight. Off the play fake, sets up the screen. Caught, but right there, Austin Eckler gets buried by Willie Gay as he makes the catch. It'll be 3rd down and caught, but right there, Austin Eckler gets buried.
Chris Jones does a good job of getting the pressure, but Gage is sitting back there waiting.
Right there, Austin Eckler
misses the screen. He's already getting Chris Jones does a good job and has a chance to catch the ball. Once he does, he's already
right there, Austin Eckler
misses the screen. He's already getting Chris Jones does a good job and has a chance to catch the ball. Once he does, he's already right there. Austin Eckler misses the screen. He's already getting Chris Jones does a good job and has a chance to catch the ball.
Urban surveys, nice move there by Gerald Everett, the former Ram, played last year with the Seahawks. Doesn't get the first down, but sets up what should be an easier field goal attempt, unless, of course, you have Brandon Staley, who loves to go for it on 4th down, but here he won't.
Yeah, has that reputation, right? Last year, 34 attempts on 4th down, which was as many as you'd see in this league. But I think he's got a better team this year, which doesn't make him maybe feel that he needs to go for his own.
Urban surveys have had terrible care problems for a decade. He may have solved them last year, playing almost Washington, a good job. Doesn't get the job this year. 31-yard attempt. And the Los Angeles Chargers are on the board. A couple of ticks under 6 minutes to go in the quarter. 3-0 Los Angeles. Not only did the Chiefs lose Tyreek Hill, trading him to Miami, he wanted too much money, but those other guys as well. Pringle had 42 catches. You had Robinson, you had Gordon, and Kemp. They're all gone. Meanwhile, you got Smith-Schuster coming from Pittsburgh. Hardman was here. Valdez-Scantling comes from Green Bay. Watson's been around the league for a few years. And Sky Moore, a receiver. So a brand new. But those other guys as well. Pringle had 42 catches. You had Robinson, you had Gordon, Kansas City Chiefs, and we'll talk about Patrick Mahomes. And meanwhile, you got with that gang during coming from Pittsburgh. Hardman was here. Valdez-Scantling comes from Green Bay. Watson's been around. They have apparently he's not retired. Tyreek Hill is not, but those other guys, you got Pacheco wearing 2 catches. You had Robinson, you had Gordon, Kansas City, and Chiefs. They're all gone. Sorry, meanwhile, you got there with the Smith-Schuster coming from Pittsburgh. Hardman was here. Valdez-Scantling comes from Green Bay. Watson's been meanwhile, they have apparently he's not retired. Tyreek Hill is not. We talked about Mahomes. We were talking to him yesterday, and he talked about bringing all of the guys down to his home near Fort Worth. And they were there for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, and you're not talking about 4 or 5 guys. You're talking about 18 to 20 guys. And I think it talks about the leadership of Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th year as a starting quarterback. And he said going to dinner and just hanging out and developing chemistry, getting to know each other, probably had as much to do with that as working on the actual offense and the scheme.
But those other guys, you got Pacheco wearing, it's just it. Number 10. Clyde Edwards-Helaire for a game of 3. Let's go to Kaylee.
So, Al, when all the running backs and receivers and tight ends took Mahomes up on that invite to Texas and put this team first, Travis Kelce told me it really set the tempo for this year. The selflessness he saw, he told me, gave him the reassurance that all these guys are on the same page.
Yeah, when Kelce shows up, you know that everybody's bought in, right?
Yeah, if 87's there, you better be there.
Go 5 wide here. Let's go to Kaylee. Second
so,
down
Al, when all the running backs and receivers and tight ends took Mahomes up on that
blitz,
invite
and they get him right up the
first,
middle.
Travis Kelce told me it really set the tempo for
Number
this year.
49, and Khalil Mack is there
he
as
saw,
well.
he told me, gave
Tranquil had an interception last week, and of course Mack had 3 sacks in the opener.
Yeah, a little miscommunication up front on that right side of the offensive line. They didn't hide it. Tranquil's right up at the line of scrimmage. You can see Trey Smith, the right guard, actually steps down to his left, creating that opening, and he just shoots that gap between Smith and the right tackle, Wiley, for an easy interception. Nothing Mahomes could do there, or a sack there.
Mahomes last season was blitzed only 15% of the time. That's about 1 every 7 dropbacks. 3rd and 16.
Gave him the reassurance
And
that
they blowed that play up in the backfield. 3rd and James is right there to take care of McKinnon as they blow that play up. And it's 4th down on a very fast 3 and out.
Yeah, it is really hard on this offensive line when you have Derwin James right here. He's just kind of sitting and waiting and eyeing McKinnon, who's known as a back who typically they throw the ball to, but he's locked in on him. There to see the rest of that defense there. Not at all on 3rd down that they go to the screen.
Not often did the Chiefs punt twice in the first 11 minutes of the game, but Tommy Townsend sends it skyward here for the 2nd time. This is Carter. Mile-high kick. Carter wiggles his way out to the 42-yard line. 3:47 on this Thursday night. A look at downtown Kansas City.
Last year, I talked to Shane Day, the quarterback coach. I said, where do you want to get better? He said, believe it or not, at the top of his drop, his shoulders are a little bit dipped. So you keep them flat and even. It allows you to get the ball out that much faster. That's a picture tonight. So he had a great year last year. But it just shows you the dedication and the work ethic and just the want to continue to climb the ladder to be the elite quarterback in this league.
From the 42-yard line, backfield was empty. Pass is caught. 8-yard gain. So Mike Williams, already a big part of the action tonight. Again, tuned in late. Keenan Allen, their number 1 receiver. Hamstring strain last week. Can't play tonight, maybe with a long week now.
Yeah.
10 days before the next game, he can't play.
Let's hope so. But what I'd like to see from Joe Lombardi as a play caller is he's moving Mike Williams around. He's filling that void, and they're attacking the interior of the zone here from Kansas City, just sitting down in that soft spot.
2nd and 2 to the outside, and it's going to be a throwback here to Eckler, but that's going to be blown up in the backfield. So DeAndre Carter, a little razzle-dazzle, but they should erase that one from the playbook. It's a loss of 4.
Yeah, we just talked about Joe Lombardi and what a great job they're doing here, and then they throw a ball that looks like it's just too slow in developing. Very fortunate that Eckler came back to the ball. Kansas City showing great discipline there on that 2nd down play.
Dangerous.
Very.
3rd and 6. 2.5 left in the opening quarter. Herbert fires, and that's going to be caught close to a first down. Williams spinning around. Did he get it? You see where they mark it. Looking at the yellow line, which, by the way, is unofficial in case you're wondering. I have to mention that at least once a year, right?
What a throw here. And I love that he went to the matchup. He went to the rookie with his best receiver tonight, Williams. Comes up just a little bit short. But you understand why he wanted to try to get that matchup. And even though his tight coverage is rolled up on him, he still makes that throw. And actually going to bring out the sticks here.
Looks to be a little short.
Pretty good effort there after the catch.
Very.
Fight for that first down.
Yep.
Game of inches. Wow.
And links. Yeah, all right, so now you got the first decision. Brandon Staley last year going for it. Look, there's a fine line between aggressiveness and recklessness. Sometimes it worked last year, other times it did not.
I think they're confident with how their defense has played here in these first couple of drives, and right around midfield they bring in their heavy unit.
Next gen stats right there, powered by AWS. Put a fullback in, Xander Horvath.
The Chiefs expecting a quick huddle here. They're already down and ready in the interior.
At the 48, Sony Michel is the running back. He's the eye back here, and Herbert's going to keep it himself and pick up the first down. So, Brandon Staley begins the year 1 for 1.
There you go. So much for the drama there. That was pretty quick. He just got under center and took it. It's pretty nice having a 6'6" quarterback and a center that's as good as there is. Everybody tries to get low, and the big man just goes right over top of his center. Easy first down.
Herbert on 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 in his career, 13 out of 14, picking up the first down in those situations. Michel stays in the game. Former Patriot, won a Super Bowl ring with the Rams last year. And Sony Michel cuts it back, turns it into a nice run, picks up about 7 to the 40 where Willie Gay makes the tackle.
Great vision here by Michel, and a heck of a job by the backside of this offensive line getting a push. Watch how important those backside blocks are. That play is designed to go to the left. The combination of the vision by Michel, the right side of that offensive line getting a good push down, open that up for positive yards.
Final minute of the quarter on the 2nd down and 3. Good protection. Going deep downfield. And a battle is won there with a flag thrown by Mike Williams with Fenton covering on the play. Flag comes in. If it's against Kansas City, it's at the 1 yard line. And it is.
Yeah, the ball is underthrown. He's trying to work his way back, and it's going to definitely be on Kansas City here. But a heck of an effort. You talk about a guy that's off to a good start tonight for Brandon Staley. Mike Williams. Who was going to step up for Keenan Allen? It's Mike Williams so far. Boy, a heck of a job of coming back and making that play.
6'4", working against a guy who's 5'11".
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the same team. Holding. Defense, number 27. That will be declined. Pass interference. Defense, number 27, also declined. The result of play is a first down.
That's your daily double right there for Fenton.
Fenton's, it's a tough matchup. You mentioned the size. Play action. He's got all kinds of time, and he's just grabbing onto the jersey. Once he makes that cut to the outside, you can see he's very handsy the entire route. And then when he comes back, head's not turned back to the football. An easy call for the officials, but they don't need it with the catch.
First and goal. Keep it on the ground. And stop just short Sony Michel. That's luxurious Steve coming up from the corner to make sure he doesn't get in. And that might take us to the end of the first quarter. Clock ticking down. They'll change sides in a moment.
At 38, nice job of just filling in. He's got to be aggressive. He's one of the top slot corners in this league, and really good job as a run defender, as he shows you right there.
That's the end of the first quarter with a score of 3-0 Chargers. Thursday Night Football continues after these messages. Station, fabled Union Station. As we start the second quarter, Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartung. Chargers have a second down and goal at the 1 and a 3-0 lead. Michelle stays in. Tight formation. Put the fullback in there now, Horvath. Little motion. Off the fake. Pass to the outside. Caught. And that's Horvath, a rookie out of Purdue, picked in the 7th round, and he's begun his NFL career with touchdowns in his first 2 games.
What a start for the Chargers. They go with a heavy lineup here. They bring in a tackle to set up as a tight end over here, Norton, but then they're going to go play action off of that. Give you the look that they're going to try to pound you, and then slip the fullback out into the flat. Horvath catches Kansas City off guard. Great job again by Lombardi, breaking a tendency there with that formation, and then the tight end's wide open out in the flat for the touchdown.
Dustin Hopkins for the extra point. J.K. Scott holding. And the Chargers with a very impressive drive. Take a 10-0 lead, and we're back in 30 seconds.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
Jazz, man. Call or click to get a quote today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
So the crowd right now, which has been roaring since about a half an hour before the game, that quieted them.
No question. And the Chargers have come in here with a lot of confidence. Aggressive on both sides of the ball. They are here on a business trip.
Trying to win their 3rd straight at this ballpark.
That's right. But you just know Mahomes is going to answer, right?
I have a feeling. So Pacheco is back there. He's watched the first 2 sail over his head and make it the hat trick here. So the Chargers, with a lot of new guys defensively, that was where they placed a premium in the offseason. Joseph Day from the Rams. Van Noy's been around, 2-time Super Bowl champ. We talked about Mac. J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, and Bryce Callahan, slot corner, had a pick last week. So new guys on that side of the ball. Tom Telesco and the gang in Los Angeles said we've got to shore up that defense.
Yeah, in defense of Tom Telesco and also what we've seen from Brandon Staley, they changed dramatically from where they were with Gus Bradley as the defensive coordinator to who they are now.
Mahomes off the fake. Throws, and that's caught by Hardman. Nicole Hardman. That time he had James blitzing the safety, but but they were able to fend him off to give Mahomes just enough time, and that's a gain of 30.
Again, we talked about he could be anywhere. It's like a Where's Waldo. He's in the back, he's up tight, he's blitzing, he's in run support. He doesn't hide it, but Pacheco does a nice job at Mahomes, just enough to be able to step up, early play action down. You're able to get receivers downfield by keeping Pacheco in to pick up that blitz.
Yeah, that's a nice play by a 7th-round rookie to take care of James. Mahomes 5 of 5 for 43, and that pass is incomplete. That's Asante Samuel covering Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the former Green Bay Packer.
So much attention on Khalil Mack and he and Bosa being teamed up. Derwin James, who's one of the best players in this league. But I'll tell you, J.C. Jackson, the corner who they picked up, you put him on the other side of Asante Samuel. This is a complete defense. Talking to Richard Sherman, who's on the pregame show, he's made it very clear. He thinks J.C. Jackson's the top corner in the entire NFL.
And yet the Patriots found him expendable. Chargers say thank you very much. Through the middle, pulling his way, gain of about 6. Goes Pacheco, 5'10", 216 out of Rutgers. 62 yards on the ground last week.
I'm so kind of dumbfounded on how he slid all the way to the 7th round. When you look at his combine, he ran a 4.37, one of the fastest backs in Indianapolis. He's physical. Eric Bieniemy, I was talking to him last night, he kind of giggled about how fortunate they were to get him late, and he had one of the best camps of any of the Chiefs as a rookie.
Now McKinnon is the running back. Smith-Schuster was the man in motion, sets up on the left. And Mahomes is going to go for 6, and there's nobody there except a Charger. However, a flag does come in, and that's Adderley for the moment. But the flag was thrown, you saw it come in, and the Chiefs are fairly confident it's against the Chargers.
I think it was Bryce Callahan.
John Hussey's going to check it out with the brethren.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling on a route, just trying to work back to the outside, kind of got locked up with him.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact. Defense. Number 23. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
You know, Kansas City's thrown a lot of underneath throws, but this time they're trying to go downfield, and you can see that he gets tied up. I mean, they both did. The arm of Valdez-Scantling gets around Bryce Callahan. I think that's why he was frustrated. See, the pressure gets there. The big fella, Austin Johnson, gets home. Forces Mahomes to get rid of that ball probably a tick early than he'd like to.
Another one of the new guys, free agent. Had been with the Giants. First down now at the 34-yard line. McKinnon. Jerick McKinnon. Decent run. Gets stripped up by James. Picks up about 6. Second down. Let's go at second down, maybe 5. 2nd and 5.
Early in this game, kind of a conservative approach by Andy Reid. Now you're starting to see them try to get the ball. A couple times we've seen them getting the ball thrown downfield, a combination of running in the interior and challenging that Chargers, the moves they've made, along with that passing game downfield.
Quick pass to the outside and taken down immediately. Noah Gray, one of the tight ends, and James is just all over the field. Makes the stop there. You know, Andy was telling us the other day, he loves tight ends. Without injuries, he might have dressed 4 tight ends tonight.
Right. And again, I think that's how do you fill that void with Tyreek Hill? It's tight ends and also the receivers. Watch the motion and then watch Derwin James just kind of sneaking around. Not fooled at all. Sat there patiently, knew exactly what might be coming, and makes a good play.
3rd and 4. Free play coming. Bosa was offside, and that is caught, and taking it inside the 10-yard line is Travis Kelce. Mahomes with a free play. Good luck to the defense.
Offside. Defense, number 97. That penalty is declined.
19-yard gain.
First down.
He's the best in the NFL at drawing defenders off sides and then getting that free play. What I'm confused by is the Chargers losing Kelce on a 3rd down play. He does a good job of sitting down there.
Yep.
Get that free play. One of the best.
Those are like Aaron Rodgers numbers on free throws. First and goal. Mahomes flushed out. Can't get him. Sidearms it for a touchdown. So you think you have him, then you don't. Avoids the tackle and then just throws a sidearm fastball for the touchdown. Jerick McKinnon from the 9-yard line.
It's just, you kind of run out of adjectives the way he's able to keep this play alive. Tremendous athletic ability, but it's the vision, the eyes downfield, and the sidearm to be able to make this play happen. It does it so often, but a good job of these receivers know when he does that, find the opening in the zone, and the offensive lineman, nobody goes downfield.
Now the kicker is Matt Amendola because Harrison Butker is hurt. So they signed him a couple of days ago. He boots the extra point, and early in the second quarter, it's a 3-point game at Arrowhead Stadium. These two quarterbacks could have played 3 sports at the highest level. Herbert went to school in Oregon. Patrick in Texas. 3 varsity letters for Herbert. Almost 20 points a game as a junior there in basketball. And Herbert, 11-0 career record. And Mahomes, of course, his father played for 11 seasons in the majors. And there was their overall prospect ranking. Who ranks them, I have no idea. But they were way down the list.
Well, they're not your typical quarterback that works out with his personal coach in high school, that kind of thing. They played year-round. They're playing a different sport, kind of a throwback. To me, he looks like a shortstop when he makes plays like that, doesn't he?
He's been doing it for years, ever since he got the starting job. He's in his 5th season as the starter. Herbert, of course, grew up in Eugene, Oregon, the bastion of track and field. We were talking to him, what would be your best event? We figured it out for him. The javelin.
He said, yeah, you got to go javelin.
73,000, as usual, packing Arrowhead Stadium. The play clock, you don't see that. The play clock game went to 0. So,
you ever seen that? You've been calling it
no,
a few years.
Dave Toll, who's one of the best special teams coaches ever, it's a new kicker. For some reason, I don't know, I didn't see the breeze blow the ball off the tee or whatever, but anyway, Amendola, who was with the Jets last year, got released. He was in the Houston camp for a few games or a couple of days anyway, and now he signed in the absence of Butker, who they hope to have back by week 3. Kick fielded at the 4 by DeAndre Carter. And Carter wiggles his way with the ball out. The ball is out, and the Chiefs are there. They're going to say he was down. He was down by contact. The crowd, of course, is in an uproar right now. Amendola comes up with the ball. Hussey checking, but the signal was that he was down by contact. He better hope so.
The ruling on the field is the runner was down by contact. First down, Los Angeles.
All right, a closer look.
Yeah, that's why they brought DeAndre Carter in. Let's see if that left knee is down. Well, it looks like, yeah, he is down clearly before that ball comes out.
Yep.
Good call by the official.
Nothing more to look at. Chargers take over at the 33.
He's the knee down. And Carter, he's a specialist, but with the injury to Allen, he stepped up in a big way last week and will have to make some plays tonight.
Had a TD reception. Herbert off the fake. Keeps his eyes downfield. That pass is incomplete, intended for Joshua Palmer to be second down and 10. Keenan Allen, we told you, is out tonight, hamstring. So most completions to a receiver in the quarterback's first 2 seasons in NFL history. Manning to Marvin Harrison, 174. They're second. Herbert to Allen on top.
Yeah, you're losing your go-to guy on the road, and he's off to a heck of a start, mainly by Mike Williams stepping in.
Second and 10. To the outside again. Pass is high, but leaping and making the grip. Mike Williams, we mentioned, has only caught 2 last week. wasn't a big part of the game plan. Tonight already, Williams has 6 catches.
And look what Spagnuolo's doing here is he's rolling up on it. You know, he's up tight.
They go no huddle here, and Eckler bangs his way for a first down up to the 45.
And they're doing everything they can to stop Mike Williams. Almost every catch that he's made, he's dealing with a corner up, pressing him up in his face, but they're still going after that matchup against a rookie, Jalen Watson.
Chargers doing a good job varying the pace. When no huddle there, back conventionally here. Inside handoff. Eckler went to western Colorado, grew up on a ranch in Colorado where he rode bulls with his mother. He did. Trust me.
That's one way to get yourself ready to become an NFL running back, right? A little unconventional, but effective in his case.
Helps your balance, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And your toughness.
Right.
Which is exactly what he has as a back.
That was no bull, by the way. Never mind. 2nd and 6. Back there and gets stymied. Oh boy, and then pays the price. About 1.5 yards shy. Nick Bolton taking over in the middle, number 32. They let Anthony Hitchens go, and Bolton's now the main man holding the defensive signals.
Yeah, we've talked so much about Tyreek Hill not being in Kansas City any longer, but Tyrann Mathieu not being in Kansas City has really affected this defense with some of the changes they have made. Bolton has kind of taken over as the leader in this defense, especially up in the front. Communicates, does well, and is known for his instincts and physicality.
Second-year man, played his college football down the road in Columbia at Missouri. Fires in this incomplete. A little behind Palmer, got a hand up, couldn't bring it in. And it will be 4th down, and let's see what Mr. Staley wants to do here. For the moment, he's going to send in the punt group.
He ends up going after Snead, who's, again, very, very good in coverage. Had a cushion, just put the ball behind him. Just not able to connect with Palmer. He puts it out in front, it's a first down.
So J.K. Scott had a great game against the Raiders last week. Former Packer. Played only sparingly last year at the end of the year with Jacksonville. You've got Sky Moore, the rookie, calling for and making the fair catch at the 8-yard line. A little less than 9 to go to the half. 10-7 Chargers. Not a buzz. The Lord of the Rings of Power, now streaming only on Prime Video. Power Line District, downtown. KC Mo, Kansas City, Missouri. Mahomes and James. James has been all over the field tonight. Mahomes led a great last drive, which resulted in a touchdown to make it a 3-point game. Off we go on this drive from the 8-yard line. Edwards-Helaire back in the game. Picks up about 4. Bosa makes the tackle.
Again, does such a complete player off the edge for the Chargers. Works through some traffic here, kind of comes off Kelsey initially, and then off with a block by Burton. Watch his eyes, watch his feel. Knows he's coming right at him, and the best thing he does, not only make the play, forces it back into the teeth of that Chargers defense.
For the Nick with the 49ers, a star in his own right. 2nd and 6. Mahomes, they keep him in the pocket. Slings one to Kelsey. He spins away and picks up the first down. Got away from Jackson to pick up the first on a gain of 9 yards, up to the 21.
Pretty good job here of protection. You see 5 up front, creates one-on-one matchups. Somebody's going to win. Mack to the right, Bosa to the left. Nice little window there to kind of step up, a little lane to step up and make that throw. Mack here, just trying to get home off the edge. Gets a little push there from Trey Smith. Bosa almost gets in. Go
5 wide here. 4-man rush again. Hardman spinning around. Turns a 3-yard gain into about an 8-yard gain. Tackled by Bryce Callahan. 2nd down and 2.
We talked about in the open last week, the Cardinals blitzed him, played a lot of man, and they were able to be very aggressive and get out in the field. Last year, everybody sat back, made them be patient. They knew coming in tonight against a Staley-coached defense, it's going to be more like last year. Be patient, run the football, work the intermediate short passes, and eventually you can work back to being explosive.
Mahomes, as you saw, 10 of 11 for 88 yards. Edwards-Helaire, and he will try to fight for the first down, but come up short. Drew Tranquil is there to stop him. A yard shy of the first down. 3rd down upcoming.
See Bosa again kind of setting that edge, and Trey Smith holding around the right guard along with Wiley, the right tackle. He blows his play up, kind of puts his foot in the ground, knows it. It's leverage right there, and that frees up Tranquil. Those holding linemen could not get up to the backer because of what Bosa did. Forces his 3rd and short.
Pacheco is the I-back. Give it to him. And it depends on the spot, but the Chargers are pretty sure they've stopped him, and they have. Tranquil is there again.
Well, this is what Staley's defense wants to do. Get more physical at the line of scrimmage. Eat up the offensive linemen and free up your linebackers. Look at all the action up front. All of this allows him to kind of clean it up. Get physical, get stout at the point of attack, and let those backers get downhill and make a play. Great job. So you look at the 3rd down play, Tranquil, the assist, of course, by Bosa, and then they come up with a big stop there.
Off to a great start this season. Had a terrific day against Las Vegas. So Townsend already with his 3rd punt of the night. Sky high again, and backing up at the 12-yard line is Carter. Avoids the first guy and then brings it back out to the 23-yard line after a 60-yard punt. 5:15 to go to the half.
Nelson to throw. Throws for Collins, touchdown.
That, of course, ran in play ball.
Rutledge wide open as Adams. Touchdown Giants.
Week 2 of the NFL season starts with a bang tonight as the Chiefs and the Chargers meet on Thursday Night Football. Here we are, man. Pioneers Roger Goodell, Jeff Bezos, the founder, executive chair of Amazon, along with the commissioner, on hand tonight. Rolling and throwing is Herbert. That's close to a first down, Joshua Palmer.
Yes.
That's a power couple of it.
I would say so. You and Mr. Bezos getting to the bottom of things last night. I think you guys were figuring some of the issues out in this world.
He didn't know how to play craps. Like one of the great mathematical minds in history can't figure that out.
Right.
I'll teach. First down up at the 33-yard line. Eckler. Stopped just about at the line of scrimmage. And that's Carlos Dunlap, a long-time Bengal, crawls his way out of the action.
Yeah, they're rotating some defensive linemen in. They want to stay fresh and healthy, and Dunlap's a big part of that. Again, another guy that's a great pass rusher, but really good inside move there. Use quickness in his hands to get inside of Pipkins, able to collapse down.
Four minutes to halftime. 2nd and 9. Look out. Herbert gets it away before he gets hit. And that will be a first down. Joshua Palmer. Willie Gay came in that time, got to Herbert, but too late, and a first down for Los Angeles.
They showed man-to-man before the snap, and then they brought pressure right here. They're showing man-to-man. They bring pressure, and look how far back the safety is once they bring that pressure. One of the things that you'll see Herbert do is recognize post-snap reads and get the ball to the right man. Felt the pressure, got the ball out just before Willie Gay could get to him.
Back to the ground. Short gain. Eckler. 2nd down and 8. This is, it's early in the season. Nobody's going to win anything tonight. But this is a pretty big game in the sense that for the Chargers, their schedule is pretty easy down the road. Meanwhile, the Chiefs opened the season with 8 teams that had winning records.
Right.
It's much, much tougher than is the Chargers.
Not to mention divisional game.
2nd and 8. Kelly is the running back. They give it to him. They're going to maintain his balance. And again, this division is so tough, the AFC West. But I know it's early, obviously.
Yeah.
The season is 20 minutes old, but the team that wins tonight's game will be the only undefeated team in the division.
I'm with you. And I think you're looking at maybe the more complete teams, at least on paper, in this division. So when you go head-to-head with the Chargers and the Chiefs this year, it's very important. No matter what point in the season you're playing. This Chargers team, they've reshuffled the deck, made a lot of changes, and they have come into this game and this season with a lot of confidence. Why wouldn't you? Not just with Herbert, but the changes they made on defense.
2-minute warning, a special look now at WhatsApp's Nigel Odyssey coming out September 8th. Show, Carissa and the gang. Richard Sherman, I'm sure will weigh in on the Chargers secondary. Ryan Fitzpatrick talking about the Chiefs. And so far, their offensive struggles, except for that one drive. Meanwhile, 3rd down and 1. 2 minutes to the half. Herbert keeping his eyes downfield. Can he get away? No, he cannot. And he's taken down at the 47-yard line. So now, with Carlos Dunlap there, it is going to be...
Well, it's a heck of a call here with Patrick Mahomes on the other sideline.
Right. 4th and 2. We'll see what Staley wants to do.
Yeah, and I think it's because of who he's playing and the way his team is up right now, 10-7.
Right.
You would normally think he would go for this, but no way. You don't want to get Mahomes if you don't make it that field position.
Well, it's kind of funny. Andy Reid could take a time out here as well.
Yeah.
But,
Remember, the Chargers defer. They get the ball to start the second half. They were thinking about points there and then getting the ball back.
The 2-for-1. J.K. Scott. At this point on the field, they could have taken the delay. Wouldn't have mattered. But they get it away. Moore is back there, lets it bounce at the 5, and it takes a fairly good Los Angeles bounce. At least it doesn't go into the end zone. It's down inside the 15 with 53 seconds to halftime. Great AFC North rivalry. Steelers-Browns from Cleveland. Both teams coming off dramatic opening day wins. In the Steelers' case, extremely dramatic.
What a game that was.
Browns winning at the end with a long field goal. Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Thursday Night Football on Prime next week. So Andy Reid, could have taken the time out there. You think they
makes you wonder what they're going to do here now, back inside their own 15. But I think we're all kind of surprised they didn't use that timeout, save a little time.
They have all 3 for what it's worth right now. Mahomes starts this one from the 13-yard line. And the pressure is on, and the pass is thrown into the Chiefs' bench. And you got a flag at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think it's going to be on Bosa. Came in, submarined him.
Yep.
Obviously, they take care of these quarterbacks, and Joey Bosa's off to a really a big night.
Holding, offense number 77.
Wow.
He pulled the defender into the quarterback. After this goal, 1st down.
Friendly fire.
Yeah, grabs his jersey and actually pulls him down. I thought it might have just been Bosa losing his balance at the end, but you can clearly see Wiley, who's got his hands full against Bosa. Watch near the end of this, grabs that jersey, and you couldn't quite see that. That was an interesting look at it there. Well, watch here. He gets a hold of the jersey there, and then you don't really see him pull him down.
Well, the crowd let you know what they think. Terry McCauley is telling us, shaky call. 1st and 16 now. Juggling catch is made. That's Juju Smith-Schuster up at the 11-yard line, and they'll race up to the line here with a 12 yards to go on second down, and that catch is made and then spun out as Valdez-Scantling, so it'll be third down now. The clock stopped with 27 seconds.
Of course, Andy Reid has such confidence in Mahomes, but it does make me go back to that fourth down in midfield when they allowed some time to go off. You're looking at 27 seconds here. They have not done a good job of getting the ball thrown downfield against his defense, who's just sitting back and keeping everything in front.
Stop here, and Staley could call a timeout.
That's right.
3rd and 6. Four-man rush again. Mahomes, and that's incomplete. And so you've got 22 seconds, and the Chargers don't even have to take a timeout.
No, they don't.
Crowd's still upset about the penalty. Andy trying to figure it out too. Talking to Carl Johnson, who at one time was the head of officials in the National Football League. Crowd is still exercised. Meanwhile, Townsend with his 4th punt. And letting it bounce. That's going to take us almost to halftime. Six seconds. And we're back in 30 seconds.
You know you want those Wingstop classic wings. Crispy, juicy, sauced, tossed, zesty, peppery, straight up heavenly. I can't just keep looking at them like this. I need them delivered. You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. Crispy, juicy, sauced, tossed, sweet, hot. How could you not? That's it. Where's my phone? Now I want them too.
Tommy Townsend should send a gift card to Carter for letting it bounce. 74-yard punch. Meanwhile, Townsend's punted 4 times. When was the last time you saw the Chiefs punt 4 times in a half?
Right?
Kneel down will end it. The Chargers get the ball to start the second half.
And you know what?
Entertaining first half.
Brandon Staley up 10-7 on the road. Yep, I'll take that.
Coming up after the break, the Mercedes-Benz halftime show. Chris Allen and the gang from Kansas City.
Any other use of this broadcast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Week 2 of the NFL season continues Sunday on CBS and Fox, followed by Bears-Packers on Sunday Night Football on NBC. And Week 2 concludes with 2 games Monday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and 8:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Stream games live on your mobile phone with NFL Plus.
Chargers blitz, and they get him right up the middle. Drew Tranquil going deep downfield, and a battle is won there by Mike Williams. Pass to the outside, and that's Horvath.
What a start for the Chargers.
Flushed out, can't get him. Sidearms it for a touchdown. Halftime, 10-7. Chargers leading the Chiefs as we begin week 2 of the season. Chiefs, first time they've punted 4 times in the first half at home in any Mahomes start. Look at that. Horvath, first running back, fullback with a TD catch. He's home his first 2 games since 1942. Xander Horvath. Mike Williams, 2 catches for 10 yards last week. Tonight, 6 catches for 84 yards. And there are the numbers for the quarterbacks.
Herbert, of course, has been able to hook up there with Mike Williams. And for Mahomes, it's been, a battle, being patient, not being able to get the ball downfield. Cannot wait to see the adjustments by Andy Reid to try to get his guy going here in the second half.
But Danny looking to spoil his party.
So Matt Amendola to kick off, the newly acquired kicker, and he boots that one through the end zone for a touchback. A couple of minutes ago when he came out of the locker room, Haley talked to Brandon Staley.
Coach, you kept Arrowhead pretty quiet for a quarter. What is the key to continuing to keep Patrick Mahomes and his offense from getting downfield?
We just got to play team defense. We got to have all three levels playing together. We got to play a lot of people, stay fresh. It's going to take everybody in order to finish this.
Your offense scored on the first 2 drives. How do you get them going again?
Yeah, I like the way we played offensively. Feel like we're moving the ball at a high level. I think the best thing that we're doing is we're really secure with the football right now. We got to keep doing that. And I think if we do that, that'll be a big thing for us in the second half.
So they start from the 25. Meanwhile, you've got Will Clapp now in at center. So Corey Linsley does not make the start here in the second half. Have to check on that. Got a silent count going, and there he is.
Yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. Corey Linsley, one of the top centers in the NFL, and one of the best run-blocking centers.
2nd and 8. They go quickly. Nice catch, a contested catch. A yard shy of the first down. Gerald Everett tackled there by Willie Gay. 3rd and 1.
Gives him a chance here. He had Frank Clark closing in on him. They're going to go tempo here, but a nice job of changing his arm angle.
Eckler, can he get the first? Yes, he can. Tell you what, you're going tempo. You got a new center in there, silent count. You got a lot of stuff going on right now.
You know, when you get like this, you feel like you're doing a Big 12 game. Going back to these college games that I do, the tempo is fast, and one of the things that puts a lot of pressure on a defense to communicate, make sure everybody's gap sound, especially on 3rd down for Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator here in Kansas City.
Thank God they don't stop the clock after every first down. We'll be here till midnight.
I know. Tell me about it. I live it.
Yes. From the 41-yard line. Herbert looks back the other way. Dangerous pass, but gets away with it, and Eckler has a lot of room to roam and finally gets taken out of bounds after a long gain. Got away from Willie Gay. Dangerous pass, but it works.
Dangerous, and give credit to Willie Gay. Just didn't finish the play, stayed home, was not fooled at all. Really the only Chiefs defender that did not move with the action. And this is what makes Eckler so tough. He can catch the ball, but he's hard to bring down by one guy. Gay had a chance at him, but look at him. Shakes, shows you how tough he is for riding those bulls you talked about growing up with his mom.
Keeps that balance. From the 41-yard line. Fake it to Kelly, and then the pass is batted, trying to throw it to Kelly. Batted by Chris Jones. Eckler in prime time, under the lights. Take a look at this. Single season NFL history. Randy Moss as a Patriot with Brady in 07 had 11 in 6 games. Emmitt Smith back in 95 had 9 in 4 games. And who would have believed Eckler last year in 4 games had 9 touchdowns.
He likes to play under the lights.
He does.
It's impressive.
2nd and 10. Fired, caught. That's Mike Williams inside the 30 and another Charger first down.
Yeah, they're just feeling this. When Kansas City is playing zone, watch Mike Williams run and then just kind of sit there. The action takes the linebackers away, creates a nice lane there, and that's the zip that you see from Herbert, along with the accuracy. That combination, as we've seen here in these first 3 years from Herbert in this offense, is a lethal combination. Mike Williams has really stepped up tonight in the absence of Keenan Allen.
On the ground, cutting it back. Nice move there. Joshua Kelly, 3rd-year back, played his college ball at UCLA.
Talked about that vision. We saw Michelle have a very similar run early in this game. Cuts back to the right. Nice job on the right side of sustaining those blocks.
They go fast again. Kelly again. Looks like he's a little short. To Kaylee we go.
Al, you don't see center Corey Linsley in there with the Chargers. The team tells us they're looking into a knee injury and he's questionable to return.
Yeah, they've got Clapp in there right from the get-go. Number 76. He was a free agent pickup from the Saints in the offseason. So 3rd and 1. Knowing Staley, are you talking about 4 downs here?
Yeah, and you wonder, do you go the conventional way with the sneak, or do you try to catch him off and hit a play-action pass?
Horvath, the fullback, flip it back to Eckler, and Eckler fights his way. Does he get it? We'll see where they spot it. Got him inbounds, looks to be a little bit short. That's Nick Bolton covering on the play.
Good job of this getting turned back inside. See, just on the edge there, Justin Reed forces it back, and nobody's able to climb up to Nick Bolton. He can get sideline to sideline in a hurry. The leader of that front keeps him short of the first.
Right. And they will go for it, line up anyway to do it. 4th down, inches. Staley says, if nothing else, it's a mindset I want my team to have. We're going to be aggressive. Give it to Eckler. And he is able to fight his way across the line to gain. 1st down, Los Angeles.
I think that's so important when he talks about having that spirit. You know, just an attitude to create a fearless approach. And we saw Brian Dable, that worked out with the New York Giants this past weekend. Players feed off of their coaches believing in them. And this is big to keep this drive alive. Instead of settling for the field goal on the road up 3, you keep it alive, you get in the red zone, and now you're trying to get 6.
Chargers have had the ball for 5 minutes. It's the 11th play of this drive. To the end zone he goes, and can he one-handed in the end zone to Mike Williams? Yes! Mike Williams. What a night. Signed a new long-term lucrative deal in the offseason, paying a huge dividend tonight.
And he takes Snead to the outside, usually that slot corner. By the way, he's in phase. Pretty good coverage, kind of that slow release. But look at the location. Unbelievable catch to get the right hand down and makes that catch. But the location of the ball gives him a chance. Pretty tight coverage by Snead.
Right hand, right buttock as well.
Yeah, that's right.
To paraphrase John Madden, 1 buttock equals 2 feet, right? You're inbounds.
In this case, 6 points.
Right. Hopkins for the extra point. So the Chargers come out of the gate with a new center. No problem. 11 plays, 75 yards. And the Chargers lead by 10 at Arrowhead. Only on Prime Video. Famous Western Auto sign. Years and years here in Kansas City on a night when the temperature right now is in the upper 70s.
What a sports town.
Oh, yeah, they've achieved.
Passionate.
Right? See when the Royals won the World Series back in '85?
You were on the call?
Yes. Need for everything. Mike Williams, second visiting player, 100 or more yards, 3 straight games at Arrowhead. Touchdown here.
What concentration again. Gets the right arm down, takes care of the right buttocks, as you said, gets in.
Right. His mom, Francine, his girlfriend, Farrah, they get the ball. Yep. And now Mahomes has the ball for the first time in the second half. Deep in the pocket. Gets hit as he throws. Deep downfield. Contested, and a flag is thrown. So it's picked off here by James. But you saw the flag, and Hardman is down and writhing and rolling around and limping off the field.
You don't find the football and it's an underthrown ball, there's going to be pass interference on the defense.
So he takes it all the way, and you've got 2 flags.
Adderley.
You also have two flags back near the line of scrimmage. You have 4 flags on the field.
Play, 1 by each team. Holding, offense number 57. Pass interference, defense number 24. By rule, those fouls will offset. Replay, first down.
You ever seen 4 flags on the field?
No.
Only 2 calls, though.
There's the obvious pass interference, an underthrown ball where you see Hardman try to work back, but Adderley there doesn't locate the ball. And then the big man, Orlando Brown, going against Bosa, clearly. It's one way to slow down 97, just grab onto that jersey to prevent it from getting to your quarterback.
Austin Johnson put a lick on Mahomes on that play. Second time he's done that tonight. Mahomes backs up, steps up, fires, and that's nearly picked. And maybe Samuel, does he come up with it? Did it hit the ground? He thinks he's picked it. The question is, did it hit the ground or not? Mahomes is walking away as if I know it's an interception, and it is. What a play by Asante Samuel.
Yeah. And I think this is a miscommunication. Kelsey was supposed to continue to come down flat. At least that's what Mahomes thought. That's
Terry McCauley. You're watching this with us. Bobble, juggle. Does the ground help him control it, Terry?
He does not get control before the ball hits the ground. It's an incomplete pass, Al.
So for the moment,
little fingers on it there, and then he loses control and it hits the ground.
So Hussey's going to hold up play because the Chargers have come out on offense and the Chiefs have come out on defense. It's under review. Here it is. Yep. All turnovers, as you know, get reviewed. Result when we come back. Well, they're going to reverse the call. It's going to be an incomplete pass. Here's Hussey.
After review, the defender did not complete the catch. The ball hit the ground. Therefore, it is an incomplete pass. Will the game clock operator please set the game clock? 9:38, please. 9:38, and it will be second down.
I think the most important thing I've taken away here to start this second half of the Chiefs is Mahomes looks a bit unsettled in that pocket. 2 now, forced throws to start this second half.
Well, every team, or most teams anyway, say we got to keep Mahomes in the pocket. Chargers have done that today.
They sure have.
Second and 10. Quick pass. Caught. And that'll be a first down as he goes to Noah Gray, number 2 tight end. And that's a first down.
Going back to a bread and butter play, quick slant. Take the back out into the flat. Linebacker clears out because he has to respect the threat to the out onto the edge. Makes it really easy for Mahomes to throw in rhythm there. Maybe that'll get him going.
Good protection again. This time it's Smith-Schuster. They ride him right into the Charger bench. Does J.C. Jackson. So Smith-Schuster, some good years in Pittsburgh, kind of an underneath guy. When they sent Hill to Miami, they needed an underneath guy. They got him, and an over-the-top guy, and that's why they got Valdez-Scantling from Green Bay.
Well, right now, Valdez-Scantling is not getting downfield because the Chargers are doing what a lot of teams did last year. They're making Mahomes be patient and have to take what the defense is giving him, which is, again, everything underneath, nothing downfield at all.
Second down and 8. It's caught on the run and busting his way out of a tackle. Edwards-Helaire to the Los Angeles 41-yard line and a first down.
And when teams do this, Mahomes is doing what he should do. You got to have yards after the catch. Blitz the middle linebacker, easy opening underneath. And it's one thing to catch it. Now you got to break away from Derwin James, pull away from Drew Tranquil, and pick up some really good yards. So that's the answer. Running the football, underneath throws, and then your receivers and running backs and tight ends making some things happen and breaking some tackles for you.
McKinnon in the backfield. Surveying, pressured, and just flips that one away. And the punter makes the catch on the sideline. Second down.
Just a great rush here. Nobody gets out of their lanes. Everybody, you get a good push here initially in the inside by Morgan Fox. But everybody kind of doing their job. Rumpf to the left, doesn't allow him to break contain, forces him into the boundary. Just nothing that Mahomes could do. Great group effort rushing as a defensive unit.
And very little blitzing. Second and 10. Hardman is back in the game after he lumped off. Inspired and a little bit behind. Hardman, who I just mentioned, back in the game, 3rd and 10. We check in with Kaylee again.
Al, Hardman looked to be in a lot of pain when he came limping off the field, but they taped up his left heel. They put some padded heel cuffs right to his skin. We saw him slip that shoe back on, work it out. And as a sprinter, he's going to be on his toes a lot, but changing direction, that's when he's going to be putting more pressure on his heel. Look out for that.
Kaylee just came off the field, so one play, and he says, I need to be checked out here. Justin Watson comes in his place. 3rd and 10. This time they send an extra man. Mahomes gets away to the end zone. Caught! Watson, touchdown. He beats Jackson, and this is the guy who comes into the game because Hardman came out of the game on that play.
He's got a great chemistry with Patrick Mahomes. The difference here is they allowed him to step up in the pocket. This is one-on-one. He turns J.C. Jackson, the premier corner in the NFL. It's a heck of a route there to get him to turn. But credit the offensive line for giving him enough room to step up. Bosa went wide. We just talked about a team rush. That time they didn't.
Amendola's kick is good to convert. Watson with his first touchdown since he played with the Bucs back in 2019. So they get a break on the overturned interception. Cash in. 17-14. For this, the Canton Express, Mahomes, and the other Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Otto Graham only threw 88. Bob Waterfield, 97. Sid Luckman back with the Bears in days of yore. Bart Starr, Staubach, and now Mahomes more than any of them. Fewest passes per touchdown. Luckman, 12.7 is amazing. Mahomes, 15.2. And the great Lenny Dawson, whose funeral is tomorrow here in Kansas City. We miss that man.
Oh, yeah.
Classy guy. Would be 3rd on that list. Back to the touchdown we go.
Yeah, let's watch. We just talked about how they rushed as a unit. This time they didn't. You get pressure on the outside. You get a blitz right here. But watch how the lanes open up and allow Mahomes. They haven't been blitzing much. And when they do, he makes them pay for it. Look at him look right. Comes back to the left and sees a one-on-one matchup. Gets it to Watson. Watch him how he just flips this thing. Typical Mahomes. Give him room. 45 yards. Little flip of the wrist. Touchdown, Chiefs.
That's already 7 touchdown passes for him in a game in almost 3 quarters. Chargers start with Sony Michel as the running back. They used Eckler, Kelly, and Michel in that role tonight. And the former Patriot and Ram picks up 2.
Place coming alive here a little bit on Herbert. They've done a good job of mixing their tempos. He's been under center. He's been in the gun. Different formations. Joe Lombardi calling a heck of a game tonight for this Chargers offense. Leaning on Herbert.
They run the hurry up, and that's caught and set a 3rd and short. Chris Jones, the great defensive tackle for Kansas City, haven't really called his name tonight.
No, he had the one deflected pass.
Right.
But I'll tell you, man, the rookie from Boston College, Zion Johnson, doing a really good job against one of the top interior players in the league.
Zion Johnson, and that will be incomplete. Justin Reed breaks it up, came over from the Texans, and it's 4th down.
We just talked about Zion Johnson and going up against Chris Jones. We wondered coming in how he would hold up. 77, right there in the middle, gives his quarterback enough time, but give credit to the Chiefs on the back end, anticipating a short throw, and Reed, a veteran, does a nice job of coming up, times it up perfectly against Gerald Everett.
J.K. Scott sends it into the night air. Fair catch called for, made by Sky Moore at the 30-yard line. 6:24 left in the 3rd. A 3-point game in Kansas City. Brandon Staley is a high school quarterback in Ohio, and Andy Reid had taken over as the Eagles head coach. And here they are. So Brandon Staley is interesting, too. Made his chops on the defensive side after he'd been a quarterback in high school and college.
Yeah, what an impressive, sharp, young head coach that has a lot of confidence in his team. Great leader.
One of the 4 guys already off the Sean McVay coaching tree. Play fake, play action, and Valdez Scantling makes the catch here.
And you see this where it's not called in the huddle. They got a run play with an alert. If he sees a soft corner, how many times have you seen 15 do that? He's just looking at that offensive line. They're blocking a run. They have no idea that Mahomes is going to pull out of there and see that. And instead of running that play, pick up an easy 7 or 8 yards by just flipping it out to your receiver with a soft coverage.
2nd and 3. Cutting it back. Keeps those links going, but Edwards-Helaire does not have enough for the first down. So it'll be 3rd down, about 1.5 yards.
Chargers coming in tonight trying to make Mahomes and his Chiefs offense one-dimensional. We talked about him earlier. Khalil Mack, known as his pass rush ability, 3 sacks last week against the Raiders. But when you talk to him, he's probably more excited and proud to talk about his ability to defend the run than rush the quarterback. Good job of getting down eyes in that backfield and keeping him short of the first.
Casey, 3 of 7 on 3rd down. Mahomes to the air. Off the fake. Throws too high and incomplete. Trying to get that one to Valdez-Scantling, and helping to bust up that play was Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah, this is what you've got to deal with, whether it's Derwin James or Van Noy. You get caught up on 3rd down of the edge, right? What are we going to do about Bosa? And all of a sudden, you got to deal with this. You got Mack on the edge, Bosa on the edge, and then you got Van Noy, who's known as an edge guy in New England, but's been playing off the ball as a middle linebacker from time to time. Shows you his versatility, and he knows how to rush the quarterback.
Townsend with his 5th punt. He'll lead the league in punting after this week, averaging 57.3 tonight. In good measure thanks to that 74-yarder. He boots it a mile high. Fielded at the 9-yard line and fair caught there by Carter.
Justin Herbert's done a really good job without Keenan Allen of being able to find Mike Williams. Take a look at our next-gen stats powered by AWS. We know that he can make contested catches downfield, but I think he felt the sense of pressure. He's got the big contract coming into this year. What's he been able to do? Win one-on-one matchups. Find the soft spot in the zone, and, of course, comes up with that touchdown. He's had a heck of a night, and he's going to have to finish strong if the Chargers want to get out of here with a win.
The last punt by Townsend, 53 yards. Backs him up to the 9-yard line to begin this drive. Under 5 to play in the 3rd. Herbert has to get it away in a hurry because that's the rookie out of Purdue, George Karlaftis, who forced that issue.
These coaches love what they have seen from the rookie in camp. They think that he has a chance to be a major contributor and add depth. Eventually could become the guy. Watch his discipline to stay home. Knows there's that threat to the boot coming to the backside. Gets right into the face there of Herbert. Nothing Herbert can do other than just throw that ball away. Big fella out of Purdue.
Now the crowd totally into it. 2nd and 10. Off the fake. Look out from behind. Gets it away. It's broken up. Sneed came in from the corner and helped to break that play up. It's 3rd down and 10.
He wanted to throw that ball initially to the outside to Palmer, who was coming in motion. Got him out in the flat. He pumped, but I think just the presence of Watson prevented him from pulling the trigger.
Snap it quickly to try to neutralize that crowd noise. Look out. Nearly a safety, but he gets out of the end zone. And Chris Jones is there. So Jones makes his biggest play of the night.
And now he can't beat the rookie, so they move him to the other side against Filer, and this is what you're used to seeing. Oh, my gosh. The sudden movement for a man of his size at 6'6".
Well, he used to eat nothing but junk food. Then he told us he's eating healthy. He's a foodie right now. He's
lean.
He's giving us this play-by-play yesterday. I bought it too until I saw him on a McDonald's commercial on news last night. Short kick, fair caught up at the 35-yard line by Sky Moore. So you had J.K. Scott with a short kick. He was pinned up against the back line of the end zone. And it's a good field position result for Kansas City. Next week it's the Steelers and the Browns. Great AFC North matchup coming away from Cleveland. Network next week coverage beginning at 7 Eastern time on Prime.
Tells you how important special teams are in your punting game. 2 3-and-outs in a row for the Chargers. A poor punt. Now you give Mahomes incredible field position here.
And you would say you're in field goal shape right now with Butker, but who knows with Amendola.
Right.
3 tight ends in this set. Pressure put on from behind. Gets it away, and that's incomplete. You had Khalil Mack coming the great circle route to force it.
You know who's had a quiet night, and you expect that to maybe change, is Kelsey. You know, usually in these situations in the game, this is where Mahomes starts to look for 87, right? Even if Derwin James is a great matchup, if James is on him, he's got to get separation. He's got to win, right? He's an elite player. But I wouldn't be shocked here in this drive. Late in the game, he's been quiet. Try to get him going here.
Yeah, only 3 catches for 33 yards. Second down and 10. They flare it out to Edwards-Helaire, and that is read beautifully by Asante Samuel Jr. Dad, of course, played for many years with New England. In Philadelphia, had a great career.
Sitting back again with 2 safeties back deep. Puts a lot of pressure on these corners to have to react and make plays up close, make tackles. Big emphasis this week by Brandon Staley. We're going to sit and make everything go in front, but we cannot allow them to catch the ball and get yards after the catch. Put a lot on these linebackers and corners to make plays like that.
3rd and 10. Hardman is back in the game for the Chiefs. Mahomes stepping up, fires, and that's low, and is it caught? They say yes by Hardman. Run it in.
Well-designed play with the spacing from Andy Reid to give Mahomes a chance, and Hardman's able to sit in here. Sits back, just kind of sits right here, right in between. You got all this spacing. You got a linebacker, you got the nickel, you got his corner. Everybody's spread out, creates a nice hole there, and Hardman just settles in just a yard or 2 past the sticks. Mahomes puts it right on him for the first.
Needed 10, got 11. 2.5 to go. Empty backfield, go 4 by 1. 4 receivers up at the top, and you've got a flag here.
Delay a game. Offense. 5-yard penalty.
A 1st and 15 now. Andy Reid, a beautiful mind. A beautiful football mind. He's worked some magic through the years. And last week they came out in Arizona. He's running plays you've never seen before.
Yeah, I mean, he obviously has that West Coast background, but is so willing to change and adjust his scheme.
Mahomes rolling against the grain. It's juggled and pulled in by Watson, who scored the touchdown to make it a 17-14 game.
You know, usually when you see stacked receivers, you think that the man behind has that cushion, but here, look at that throw again. Shortstop making a play, ground ball over the pitcher. He goes over the shortstop, makes that throw, flips it.
He'd have been a great baseball player. His father, of course, pitched for years.
Yeah.
Many of those with the Twins.
I think he and Herbert, their first love was baseball.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Used to be.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Until at least Pat signed his contract. Right. 2nd and 6. Look out. Gets away. Throws. Finds the open man. You're talking about Kelsey. And he gets down in the tube. Did the ball come out? Did the ball come out before the tackle? Meanwhile, it's in the end zone. And it's Bryce Callahan who comes up with the ball. So Kelsey trying to work his way into the end zone, and they're going to call him down by contact.
But Derwin James
first down.
Picked him up and body slammed him to the ground. And when his body hit the ground is when the ball popped up. So that's why they're going to call him down. He lifts him up. That's a big man. Throws him down. And now the Chiefs want to go tempo. They're at the line of scrimmage, ready to go.
Yeah, they don't want to challenge. They don't want it to be looked at. He should be Friday night WWE.
He looked like he enjoyed doing that, Derwin James.
Yes, he did. 1st and goal. McKinnon. Can he get to the goal line? He cannot. Second down and goal. A little over a minute to play in the third.
Good push up in the middle there. Creed Humphrey. Linebackers coming down here. I mean, it's DeMar James picking up a big man and body slamming him. Clearly he's down. The ground caused that fumble. I mean, gives an idea of the strength.
Number 3, tremendous. Second and goal. Mahomes to the end zone and broken up in the end zone by Asante Samuel. Had his eyes set on Jody Fortune, the tight end. Samuel breaks it up.
Yeah, 6'4" tight end who has wide receiver background. But if you're going to go with this matchup because of the size, I'm surprised he didn't put it up into the air. He threw that on a line, and the quickness of Samuel gave him a chance to jump on that football. You get a guy isolated against a smaller corner, you got to put it a little more touch up in the air and let him go up in high point.
Third and goal, little shovel pass, and it's complete, but not to the goal line. That's Kelsey. They got a shovel pass touchdown last week to Edwards-Helaire. So now, do you take the automatic tie, or do you go for the touchdown here?
Well, yeah.
They have the whole intermission to think about it, because that will be the end of the third quarter. Good game in the debut of Thursday night on Prime. End of 3, 17-14, Chargers. Thursday Night Football back after these messages. Michael's Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartung. During the break, we're talking about they're going to go for it, right? It's 4th down and goal. They're up by 3, got an automatic field goal. But to that offense, meanwhile, we're wrong, at least for the moment. Amendola is in to try to tie the game.
A big discussion there. They elect to go to tie it up.
So the newly acquired rental kicker sends that one right down the middle, and we are tied up 2 seconds into the fourth. These two teams have played some great games over the past few years. It's been a terrific rivalry going all the way back to 1960. The American Football League, the Chargers were in L.A. then of course to San Diego for all of those years. Chiefs started as the Dallas Texans. Some memorable nights, and tonight looks like another one.
A lot of those games you called back in those years.
Many, right? Yeah.
But
my bassinet.
I'll tell you, I'm a little bit surprised with Andy Reid there. The Chargers offense, the last 2 times they've had the ball, both 3 and outs. You've got them pinned, got a chance to take the lead, but goes the conservative route, ties the game up, and now it's game on here in the 4th quarter.
It's a warm night. You can wear your jacket all night. Yeah, hold on here, man. 78 degrees. Have fun in Boone, North Carolina, by the way.
I appreciate that.
Yes, I'm sure you do.
I will be texting you.
Yes.
Making sure you're dialed in.
I'm do not disturb on. The kick is bounding through the end zone.
And then I'll fly to Kyle Field.
There you go.
After the game.
What a weekend.
Oh, we got a late flag here.
We got a flag down. Meanwhile, coaches, 100 games over 500. Shula, Hallis, they finished over 500. Belichick, way over now. Landry and Lambeau were over, but finished under 100 over 500, if you know what I mean. I'm sure you do.
Oh, yeah.
After the play was over,
punch here.
Personal foul, number 6 of the kicking team. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced at the 25-yard line. First down.
And the rookie out of Cincinnati loses his cool here.
Brian Cook.
Yeah, this is what you've got to learn is you can hopefully come into the league already knowing it's 57. Boom, little push there. It wasn't malicious, but it was well after the whistle and an easy call. And Chargers will say thank you very much. They'll start at the 40 after that.
No can do second-round pick, who was known as a hard hitter in college, would do it before the whistle sounds. So the Chargers now from the 40-yard line. You've got Storm Norton coming into the game at right tackle. They're shifting around on the offensive front. And they start with a play fake. Herbert has to dance away under pressure. Throws to Eckler. Escapes the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Turns it into a short gain.
It's Karlaftis, the rookie out of Purdue. He just throws Eckler away, and then he's trying to get pressure. It's one thing, you think of Mahomes and his athletic ability, but Justin Herbert at 6'6", he doesn't just sit in the pocket. He's dangerous and can get outside if you don't keep the edge of the defense. Sees this pressure right here from Snead.
Snead backs off. Little flip out to Eckler. Dances his way, and he gets hog-tied. Close to a first down, short, though, by Bolton. Kaylee.
Al, the injuries are piling up for the Chargers O-line. We haven't seen center Corey Linsley in the second half, and now we're told right tackle Trey Pipkins is questionable with an ankle injury.
So shifting around up front, meanwhile, on a 3rd and short. They move the chains here on an Eckler 3 or 4 yard pickup.
Good push there on the left side. The offensive line, Mike Dana kind of took himself out of the play, and yet a double team inside and just opened that up there on 3rd and short. It's a big drive here for the Chargers. Trying to locate that rhythm that Joe Lombardi had earlier. Remember, we just mentioned they went 2 straight 3 and outs with poor field position. Now, much better here starting at their own 40.
What did the grandson of Vince send in here? Play fake. Swings it to the outside. Joshua Palmer makes the catch and slips out of bounds after a short gain.
Now Herbert's trying to take a page out of Patrick Mahomes. Steve Spagnuolo sitting back in coverage, forcing him to go underneath. No more Mike Williams shots is what Spags is saying. I don't want to see that ball thrown downfield. Make him throw underneath. Let's rally to the ball.
Herbert 20 of 29, 197. Flip it out to the motion man. Carter tight ropes the sideline and stays in bounds long enough to pick up the first down. Nice move.
He motions Carter. Nobody responds. Nobody runs with him. So if they would have run with him, it would have been man-to-man. He would have handed that ball off. Nobody runs with him, so he aborts that run, flips it outside of Carter where he's got 2-on-2 for blocking, and it allows Carter to pick up the first down. Well-designed play there, and it gave the quarterback Herbert the option of the handoff of the throw.
Read it perfectly. Herbert, progressions, caught at the 31-yard line. Gerald Everett tackled there by Fenton. Everett with the Rams. When Staley was there, went to Seattle for 1 year, and now he's back with Staley.
Herbert again just kind of working through those progressions, showing his patience. He wants to go to the right, comes off 1, comes off 2, steps up, and eventually finds that third option. And he works through his progressions as fast as anybody in the NFL and throws with accuracy.
Second and 3. On a roll. Open. It's Everett. And Everett barrels his way inside the 5 to set up a first down and goal.
Boy, how about this? You go play action. The linebackers are completely lost on this. Gives the ball out to Everett. Nobody's there to slow him down. Picks up that momentum. Big guy to bring down.
Again, quick tempo. And picked off at the 1-yard line. That is Watson. Out in front. Steve to protect him as well. All the way for the touchdown. Unreal.
Wow, what a play here. Watch what happens where there's outside leverage. He sits to the outside, and that's what Herbert sees. It's the top of the route. He thinks he's got inside. He's got a chance to throw to the inside, and instead of being able to put it there, it's jumped. perfect timing. Great job by a rookie in Watson to step in front of that throw where Herbert thought he had the leverage to work it back to the inside.
Not only a rookie, a 7th-round draft choice, and because of the injury to McDuffie in the backfield, one of the reasons he's probably active for tonight's game. Amendola. 99 yards, 24-17. Jalen Watson. What is your career highlight, Jalen?
No doubt about it.
Jalen Watson talked about the 7th-round selection. He gets a touchdown. Offensively, their touchdown was scored by Justin Watson. No relation. Sherlock Holmes must be in the neighborhood.
No doubt. Another Watson touchdown.
So the Chargers get it back. The Chiefs have scored 17 unanswered points. A look again.
Yeah, let's go back to Gerald Everett, the play before. He's tired. He's gassed. They're going tempo. They can't get him out. You can see he wants out of the game. He's all right, he's going to stay in. And he ends up becoming a pivotal part of this because he's lined up. He's working to the flat. There's 35 right there, kind of baiting Herbert Watson. I'm outside, jumps to the inside. You might say, whose fault is that? Is it Everett? Is it Herbert? It's a miscommunication. Quarterback thought that he would work back inside with outside leverage from the defensive back, and he ended up moving the wrong direction. That's why they're talking on the sideline to get on the same page.
99 yards, as Don Marathon said, 99 and a half. Herbert backs up. Short gain here, caught by Austin Eckler, tackled there by Willie Gay with a little over 10 to play in regulation.
You look at all the quarterbacks in the NFL. Everybody talks about Josh Allen, and they should. You talk about Mahomes, you talk about Joe Burrow, you talk about Lamar Jackson, and you talk about Justin Herbert. They played great tonight. That pick six, costly, 10 minutes to go. You want to be in that conversation as a quarterback? This is where you've got to show that on the road.
Keep it on the ground again. Fighting his way to create a 3rd and short. Eckler tackled by Darius Harris.
Remember, they just had a heck of a drive starting at their own 40. Mixed up the pass. Brandon Staley's got to be happy with the way Herbert and Lombardi are working in sync. Got to convert on this 3rd down.
They are 4 of 11 on 3rd down tonight. Of 12 now. Chris Jones, the foodie who snacks at McDonald's.
When they walk up Willie Gay to create that one-on-one matchup, you see Gay just to the left of Jones. We've said he's had a quiet night. Well, he gets off the ball so suddenly, he just overpowers Filer, the left guard. Nothing he can do. By the time he came out of his stance, 95 reminding everybody how dominant he is in this defense.
Having a quiet night until the 4th quarter.
That's right. Well, that healthy eating lets him take over in the 4th quarter.
No question. Stamina, baby. And now you got a flag before the snap.
Illegal snap infraction. Offense number 47. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
It's Josh Harris, illegal snap infraction.
Yeah, I think he just moved him right before the snap, and he's one of the top snappers in the league. They were able to pick him up, but cost him 5 more yards.
Scott, angled toward the near side. Flag is thrown. Caught at the 30. And Sky Moore to the 35. Get the call here from John Hussey. There it is right there. has to get back in. That's Jasir Taylor.
During the kick, personal foul, receiving team number 6, blocking a member of the kicking team out of bounds. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. First down. Timeout.
Well, it's on Brian Cook, who's having a night to forget as the second-round draft choice. It's 2 15-yard penalties. 24-17, Kansas City. Fabulous Kaufman Center for Performing Arts in Kansas City. One of the great buildings in this country. Fantastic. Meanwhile, Casey has it at the 15-yard line to start this drive. Trying to hold on to the lead. Take a little clock with it as well if they can. Edwards-Helaire for a gain of about 4.
You know, Patrick Mahomes has had to really earn it tonight. Like we saw last year, he's done it in a lot of different areas. He's been moving the launch angle because of that pressure. There's the infamous Mahomes sidearm on the run. Doing such a good job here, especially late, being able to find some playmakers. Justin Watson made a big play for him. Kelsey made a big play for him.
Halfway through the fourth quarter, second down and 7, little dump off. Edwards-Helaire, room to roam, first down, and about 6 more yards. Tackled by Derwin James, first down.
One way to slow down Bosa is to throw a screen on his side, let him get upfield and see if you can get a convoy behind it. Nobody really necessarily picks up the block, but there's Bosa, wily little spin move. You know, okay, bait him in and then flip it out there to Edwards-Helaire, and a lot of room for him to work behind Bosa.
The ground to McKinnon again.
Not seen the Chiefs out there a lot tonight offensively. You know, you think of the firepower, you think of Mahomes. Andy Reid is, again, had to be patient. They have the pick 6, but only 45 plays with 6.5 minutes to go in the game.
Get patient right now, too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a long way to go, obviously, but, you know, run that clock down, no rush. Keep the clock moving. Which he does with great proficiency, as always. Takes the play clock all the way to 2. Second down and 6. And knocked away, and that time it's Kyle Van Noy close to a pick. Third down and 6.
You know, you could hear the cadence from Mahomes talking about alert, and making some adjustments. He's thinking potential pressure, and he's starting to think about, I got to get the ball out. James is coming from my left, and they don't. So they disguise it. He's thinking about a crosser might be open, and it almost backfires on him. They show pressure, they bail, and he puts it right into the coverage. Exactly what Brandon Staley wanted. Van Noy almost comes up with a pick.
Bosa getting a little bit of the jersey. Third down and 6. Chargers put the pressure on. Pass is incomplete and overthrown on that one. You got Valdez-Scantling covered by Asante Samuel. So exactly what the Chargers need him. Get him off the field.
Yeah, Asante Samuel is having a night. They are not getting behind him. He is playing with poise. Instincts are on fire tonight. Getting his eyes turned, locating the football. Heck of a night for 2-6.
Almost had that pick, which...
Yeah, that would have been
gigantic.
Yeah.
Tommy Townsend, 6th punt of the night. Carter calls for the fair catch. And the Chargers get the ball at the 15-yard line.
We've been talking a lot, big expectations for Chris Jones this year, just playing inside. Had a quiet first half, but starting to move around. Was on the offensive line's right side against the rookie Johnson. Is worked now to the left. Spagnuolo doing a good job of moving him around. He's so effective, not only against the run, but as we see also against the pass. And you got to believe, late in the game, just under 6 minutes to go, keep an eye on the interior of the Chiefs, especially when Herbert's back there throwing. He's a disruptor.
Picked in the second round back in 2016 out of Mississippi State. Herbert surveys, checks it off, and Eckler drops it. Took his eyes off it, looked downfield. Second down and 10.
A little change up here from Steve Spagnuolo. Well, he's always does such a good job of being multiple. That time showed a little bit of pressure, but instead he just rushes 3, drops 8 into coverage. Even if he catches that ball, there's 2 defenders waiting on Eckler.
Williams wide left with Fenton on him. Pass over the middle into a tight window, as the saying goes. And that's Everett making the grab, and that sets up a 3rd down and short. So what does Staley and Lombardi do here? 3rd down and 2. What's the call? Having trouble on 3rd down tonight, or the Chargers. 4 out of 12. And if you don't make it, you dare go for it on 4th down here? I doubt it.
I would say no. Yeah. The analytics world, who knows? I would say no,
please. 3rd and 2. Herbert, look out. Fires, and that's caught. And once again, it's Everett. So under pressure, darting and dancing and stepping up in the pocket, and down he goes. And Herbert needs some help in getting up. Look out. Holding his ribcage, and uh-oh.
Mike Dana hit him as he released the ball, put his shoulder pads right into his chest, and then came down on him. Does a good job, as he always does, working the progressions, but here you see that wrapped up right as he releases it, and he comes down.
So every Charger fan holds their breath. The backup quarterback is the well-traveled and 13-year veteran Chase Daniel.
A clean hit by Dana.
So they work on Herbert as Daniel warms up. Him walking off. He goes to the bench. Right now he is standing on the sideline, helmet on, and appears to be ready to come in after one play. But he has to sit out for at least one play.
Yep.
Chase Daniel is the backup quarterback. One-time Chief, played his college ball in Missouri. Been in the league 13 seasons. This is his 17th. So at least for one play, Daniel comes in. Sony Michel is the back. And they give it to Michel on a 1st down, and he gets hogtied at the 39-yard line. And now Herbert is going to come back into the game.
Go to a veteran quarterback, gets under center, simple handoff, and now you get your guy back into the lineup. And they pick up some positive yards. You know, I mean, 2nd and 6.
You talk about a heart in your throat moment for anybody in the Charger organization. Of course, I did a game once when they carted Aaron Rodgers off the field and he came back and he won the game after being down by 20.
Never know.
High drama. 2nd down and 6. Herbert to the out. Whoa, and that one is deflected off the hands. And again, Herbert goes down and takes another shot, this time from Frank Clark. Helped up by Slater. It's going to be 3rd down and 6.
Again, another clean hit. Clark coming from our right, hits him as he releases that ball. Actually makes that throw. How often do you see Herbert throw high? It's because of the pressure he felt, and the Chiefs almost come away with an interception.
Well, Herbert's going to stay in, obviously in pain. Stood off to the side of the huddle for a minute, and you got a big 3rd and 6 with 4 minutes to play. Can he convert? No, and is lucky it wasn't picked by Bolton. So he goes to the bench, 4th down and 6. They have to punt.
Yeah, and I circle Mike Williams because, you got to think he's going to get the ball. And I think the Chiefs and everybody watching, everybody in this stadium thought that he's going to get the ball. Look at this. He predetermines where to go with the ball. I mean, that is tight. I know he can throw it into tight windows. That is tight coverage. I think he's had such success with Williams tonight that I don't think he reads this one.
Sky-high punt. Caught at the 9-yard line by Sky Moore to the 15. So the Chargers have all of their timeouts. You also have the 2-minute warning, and you have 3:55 on the clock. Next week, we go to Cleveland. Steelers and Browns again, each with a dramatic last-second victory on opening day. Pittsburgh-Cleveland, great AFC North rivalry in the Buckeye State.
Can't beat that. You go from the AFC West to this Cleveland, Pittsburgh. You think of that rivalry over the years. So many great matchups. Always physical, nasty. Be good.
2-hour drive between the cities. Chiefs now on first down, protecting the ball and getting out in front. Edwards is there, but a flag down. A flag is down, and so is the Lair.
I thought
both arms around the ball with a penalty flag.
I thought they grabbed
the 21-yard line.
Looked like they may have grabbed his face mask. But you're right. He was not going to let go of that football late in the game, up 7.
Personal foul, face mask. Defense number 13. That penalty will come to the end of the run. First down.
It's a unique face mask with a shield. It's hard to get a hold of that one. Really good job late in the game. Trey Smith there, 65. He gets to that second level. I'm telling you, he is a physical runner. There's a hand there by Derwin James. The left hand gets locked up. Doesn't slow him down. But boy, just like that, they're all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Well, he had a 52-yard run.
Yeah.
7-point gain. 3:45. Ball down at the 18-yard line now. McKinnon in the backfield. Give it to him. Time to chew up some clock here for the Chiefs.
McKinnon, the ball carrier. Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. Absolutely now, no hurry. Very least, you want to force the Chargers to use all their timeouts here.
There's the first.
Yep.
Strange. Chargers look so good. First half and everything. You know, then you had the overturned interception.
Yeah.
And they turned, the Chiefs did, into a touchdown.
Yeah.
Turned the game around.
And I think the Chargers started at their own 40. They had 2 straight 3-and-outs, and man, they put together a heck of a drive, and then the miscommunication in the corner that cost them a pick 6. That was, I think, the huge point. And, you know, give the Chiefs credit. They've been on the ropes tonight, and they just haven't gone away, taken advantage of a home field. Mahomes has had to be patient. Had been pretty. That's exactly what he told us is, I don't care how pretty it is. I just want to win football games.
And again, Kansas City with a very difficult early season schedule, trying to get to 2-0. Chargers have a much easier road, but every team in the division, but the winner of this game is going to have a loss. Second down and 9 from the 17. Pressure. Pass is incomplete. Crowd wants a flag. None available. Adderley covering Valdez-Scantling. It'll be third down and 9.
At the top of the route, I think that's what Mahomes and his crowd is, and even Andy Reid is looking at. Adderley off to the left on the inside. Once he breaks to the outside, 24 gets a hold of him. You know, at the end, he puts his hands up, but I think he may have gotten away with one there.
Small break for the Chargers. That stops the clock. They'll have to use another timeout. Third down and 9. Four-man rush again. A dart caught at the 14, stopped there. Now the field goal team will come in to try to make this a 2-possession game. Catch made by Juju Smith-Schuster.
And Staley will use his second timeout. And there's been 3 real big plays in this game. We talked about the Chargers had moved the ball all the way down to the 3-yard line, and then this throw, the miscommunication, and the pick 6. And then we started to see Chris Jones make himself felt. Third down and 6. Last time they had the ball, just forcing it in to Mike Williams, hoping that he could come up with it, and the ball really didn't have much of a chance throwing it into coverage.
Matt Amendola trying to make this a 10-point game. He's been good tonight. With the Jets last year, not very good. Got released. Was out on the street last week. Saw him in preseason with the Texans. When Fairbairn was injured. And now trying to, as a rental kicker, give them a 10-point lead. 32-yard attempt. Bangs it through.
Welcome to Kansas City.
Yeah. New hero. So it's 27-17. And 20 straight points now for Kansas City. Herbert is still on the mend.
And he's talking to the backup, Chase Daniel, just kind of pointing to where maybe he's feeling some of that pain.
He's going to warm up, give it a go again. 3:20. You've got.
He doesn't look comfortable.
No,
Going
not
over
at
there.
all.
No, he does not look comfortable.
Chargers have one timeout. Look at the numbers right there. That one pick, of course, in the interception column for Herbert was the play of the game.
Absolutely.
The good news for Herbert is at least he's got an extra half a week to get ready for week 3 because of the Thursday night game. Meanwhile, you got the run back here up to the 27-yard line by DeAndre Carter with 3:16 on the clock.
Even look at him just jogging onto the field, right? He definitely is fighting through some pain here. He's got the one timeout, the 2-minute warning. And they've already gone a lot of tempo tonight, but they're really going to have to crank it up now with down 10 points. They got to get points on the board and get the ball back. And now you got a defense that's going to be coming after him.
Eckler, a little bit of room, and a lot of good moves there to take it out close to midfield.
Such a great, part of this offense. It's not just the passing game with the receivers. It's the tight ends. It's Eckler out of the backfield. He makes something look like a 3-yard gain into a huge play.
Under 3 now to go. Again, it's Eckler underneath, looking for the sideline to stop the clock. Picks up about 6, 2nd and 4.
Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs, is saying, hey guys, let's stay back. Nothing cheap. They want to throw underneath to Eckler. We're going to give that up and rally to that football. Because nothing can get behind us with Mike Williams, 81.
Williams, huge first half. Only 2 catches in the second half. Herbert again to the outside. And then it'll be a little short of the first down. Steed is right there tackling Joshua Kelly. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Not only do you not pick up the first down, but you don't get the ball out of bounds. The clock keeps moving.
3rd and 2. We've got 2 plays here, obviously.
Yeah.
To pick up the first. 3rd and a long one, they call it now. Pump fake. You can tell he's in such pain right there. You can barely get rid of it.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
That was very, very strange to see Herbert, who could have walked another couple yards and picked up a first down. Gives you an idea.
Yeah, he can't even throw it. I mean, he's in pain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, he could have run it and slid and picked up the first down, right?
Of course. Trying to let it out. Can he keep it alive? Fires it. Caught! Inside the 10-yard line by DeAndre Carter. So there is Herbert again with that 4th down magic. We saw it all of last year, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. With 1:58.
Boy, this is what makes Herbert one of the elite quarterbacks, is he just decided not to run on 3rd down, and he comes back with an absolute dart on 4th down. could not have handed the ball any better to Carter on that throw. That was tight coverage.
Well, it's amazing because the play before that, he can't run, he can't throw either. I mean, it was an awkward pass, and then he goes back and he throws a dart down the middle to keep them in the game.
It's like a boxer, right, on the ropes late in a fight, and you're thinking he's done, and then he comes back. And just some of the hits he's taken in this second half alone, you can see his face. I mean, he's uncomfortable. I think it's not one hit. It's been a combination of 3 or 4 different hits, but to be able to withstand that and stand in there with pressure and make that throw tells you everything you need to know about this kid's heart.
It's like out of a movie, at least a made-for-TV one anyway, you know. First and goal, 1:58. Chargers at 1 timeout. Herbert to the outside. Eckler tries to stay in, but he does. In a way, you want to get out of bounds, but then again, he was trying to pick up extra yardage. He's tackled there by Willie Gay. Clock keeps moving. Chargers 3 for 3 on 4th down tonight. Right now, 2nd down and goal. Herbert fires too high, incomplete. Intended for Palmer. 3rd and goal.
I don't understand why the clock didn't stop. I mean, he got thrown out of bounds,
but the official came in. He moved inside. Yeah, look at this. Here's Gay. You tell me. Terry, quickly, what do you think?
Al, he ruled for progress. It's not.
It didn't look like it to me.
It should have been a stop call.
3rd and goal. Herbert. Does he have more magic? Eckler. Not on that play. Eckler taken down by Gay. And here we go again. Clock will roll. 4th and goal.
Here we go.
More magic on 4th down. Yes! Joshua Palmer. Herbert is